Today's lesson will be about finding the difference between mixed numbers when the denominators are different. Let's have a look at our first example. Step number 1 is to say this number properly. And how we say it? What's the difference between 1 and 3/8 and 3 and 1/2? Our next step, just as we did before, is to put it on a number line. Again, what's the difference between 1 and 3/8 and 3 1/2? If I jump to my next whole number, which is a 2, I have to add 5/8 to get there. Then I can make the jump from 2 to 3 1/2, and I know that I've jumped 1 1/2. My next order of business is to add my jumps together. Notice that I'm talking about eighths here, but I'm talking about halves here. So I have to add 5/8 plus 1 1/2. But I know that 1 1/2 is the same thing as 1 4/8. Therefore, when I add 5/8 plus 1 4/8, my grand total becomes 2 1/8. Let's have a look at this example. Again, step number 1 is to say it properly. What's the difference between 4 5/6 and 7 2/3? My next step is the number line. Again, you can write this out or think of it in your head. So, what's the difference between 4 5/6 and 7 2/3? For my jumps, I've jumped to the next whole number, which is a 5, and I need to add 1/6 onto that to get there. Between 5 and 7, that's another 2, and between 7 and 2/3, I had to jump 2/3. Now I need to add my 1/6 plus my 2 wholes plus my 2/3. Again, keeping in mind that 6 and thirds aren't the same size, so I'll have to make an equivalent fraction. So I have 1/6 plus 2 plus 2/3. I know that's the same thing as 1/6 plus 2 plus 4/6 because 4/6 is the same thing as 2/3. And when I add my whole number up, I still have a 2, and my 1/6 plus my 4/6 equals 5/6.